Right, so we are the Dunckerleys Light Blues of Bristol. I'll probably just be reading a lot from these slides, but the history of us, we were founded in 2013 with the then PGM Alan Vaughan, and obviously the general theme of the national interest to get light blues formed in each of the provinces. And I don't think he needed too much convincing, because well, it's clearly been a great initiative, and since then, actually we were named after our first PGM of Bristol, who was a PGM of a couple of our provinces also, Sir Thomas Dunkerley. It was the view of the club that we would be autonomous with some guidance from the dark blues. We do have a few dark blues as honorary members, but we are primarily a light blues club, and we do get guidance from the province and some of the light blues. But in order to not alienate any of the light blues that are coming into the province, or to make them feel more at home, should I say, we do try to keep a strict focus on it being light blues. So if one of our members is fortunate enough to achieve provincial rank, we their membership will then become an honorary membership, and they do not have voting rights over club business. But as with many of the older brethren in the province, their guidance is often invaluable in helping the newer members enjoy their masonry. So I'm the fourth chairman. We are quite a busy social club. We're obviously always trying to gain more members, and in the last year we've, with the help of our new social secretary, been quite busy with a few new initiatives, which is definitely helping our membership increase. So our officers are all elected. We hold the office for 2 years, and that's has been something that we're trying to use to keep the ideas fresh, and to stop the club stagnating, as can often be the case with some things in masonry. So people sort of keep their ideas quite rigid, and as the ceremony is never going to change, and that's definitely been something that we've found with the light blues. It can almost fall into that trap of this is the way we do it. But we've had some great guys come through in the offices with some great ideas, so that's definitely been a benefit of our short tenure of holding office. One of the recent things that our province has involved us with is that our secretary and our treasurer have been invited into the provincial treasurer meetings. So all of the treasurers from the different lodges throughout the province have their regular meetings with the province, and also the secretaries have similar meetings. And it's only just recently that we've been invited along to these, despite us not being a lodge. There's been a huge benefit in us being involved in these, and learning from how they manage the membership, and communicating to the province as a whole. So, as well as this being a social club, one of the sort of more involved events that we are part of is the provincial Grand Lodge. We have active roles within that in escorting the brethren that are receiving honours, and it's often the first time that a light blues member will witness and ever be a part of a provincial Grand Lodge. So it's quite a day, and a day that we're very proud to be part of, and it's a very, very busy day, but I know that a lot of our members look forward to it. Even if they feel quite anxious to the beginning, they do get involved and quite enjoy that. So our committee, there's myself with pre-COVID hair, our secretary, Pete Carpenter, who's just in his last year now. He's not long going to be in the chair of his own lodge, so he's conveniently just handing over the reins to one of our other committee members. Lee Bushby, our social secretary, who's also on the call. Benji Preston, our treasurer. Aaron Butters, our deputy secretary, who'll soon be taking that lead. You might notice the double there. He's a member of the Bristol Scoutcraft Lodge, and they've got special dispensation to wear Masonic doubles, which I'm not sure whether that's too common in the country. And Chris Cutting is another officer of our committee. So I think Lee, our social secretary, will want to talk more about these, but some of our regular social events are co-evenings and breakfast clubs, and Lee spearheaded Commonwealth War Graves Commission restoration, which I know that he'll be interested to talk more about that. During lockdown, we've had, as many light blues clubs and lodges, regular Zoom meetings. Actually, we use Skype, so we find that we get quite a large gathering on that of not just light blues either. It's been a focal point for Masons across the province that might not be light blues to come and join us. These meetings started at the beginning of lockdown every evening, but the popularity for nightly meetings waned a little bit, but it's definitely something that still goes on, and yeah, it's still quite it's something that some of our Masons rely on just to keep touch with. Although pre-lockdown, the remote conferencing wasn't something that was new to us. We did hold one of our committees remotely once. Our treasurer, he's based out of Bristol at the moment, so yeah. It's a photo of when we were escorting at the Provincial Grand Lodge. So I think, yeah, all of the guys there, bar myself and one other, it was completely new to. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it is quite an anxious affair of everyone being around, all of the provincial officers, but by the end of it, I think everyone was incredibly buzzing to be part of it. As with any light blues club, we do a lot of visiting. It's another image of a visit that we had for an initiation. One thing that we do try to be on top of, well, when normal meetings are going underhead, we try to be part of as many initiations as possible, just visiting, just so that we can, at the third time advising, one of the officers will stand up and welcome the new initiates into the province, and give them a little bit of a sales pitch on the Light Blues Club as well, so that we can hopefully get them interested and along to a few of our socials. We do have a few of our light blues that are in Royal Arch as well. Actually, there's a few of the committee there, and our immediate past chairman in that image as well. That's all I've got for slides, really. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions at the end of it, but I think that Lee might want to talk about some of the more social events and the Eyes on Hands On initiative. If you're ready, Lee.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for that. Yeah, so with the social side, what we tried to do was get some regular events going. So Frank mentioned we had a breakfast morning that we do once a month down the Bristol Centre. So we open up with the Light Blues organise it and open out to the rest of the province. And that'll go from 2 people to about, I think we've had about 10 or 12 people in the morning. So it's about 8 o'clock we do it down in the city centre. So those
Yeah.
that have gone through and working, it's quite good to do that. And also we have a curry night as well that we do once a month as well in the local curry house. Again, that's gone from 6 people to about 16, 18 people, and that's wives and partners as well. Again, that goes out to the wider province, and we've had non-members turn up, so it's open to non-Masons. So those that are looking at joining have turned up as well to just understand from more of a social side of what it's like to become a Mason itself, and just have that general view and then chat to different people. So we found that's quite good in doing it, and it goes up and down. And like I said, by having it monthly, the 2 events, they're really good on there as it is. We've had a couple gatherings with up in the local pubs down to London for the quarterly comms that we've done as well. We've done on there as it is. And one that Frank mentioned that I've been leading with is the Commonwealth Grave Commissions, which is Eyes on Hands On project. It started in the southwest. It's spawned for now because of COVID. It's due to do a national launch in September to start up again. Basically, throughout the UK, there's, I think it's something like 230,000 war graves scattered around. It's about 120,000 locations throughout the UK, also private memorials. Up in Bristol, there's one graveyard up there, the cemetery, and I think there's 500 war graves that are scattered around this bit on there, and that's where we started to do it. And we set it up as getting people trained. I've done a bit of the train now, and I've trained a few more on there, and we just come along at weekends as it is and help out a few hours. Wives, partners, children allowed to attend with set rules on that and everything else. And the Commonwealth Graves does all the insurance and everything else. But it's quite a nice way to get the bit out there of what the Light Blues are doing and get it outside on the wider province of what the Masonics are doing, Freemasons in general, of getting it around there. So it's quite good on there as it is. And it's definitely took off. I think we've probably got about 20 people trained now. We're in there, most of them Light Blues as well, and we mix and match as we go along. So it's been quite good on that social side to try to do it as it goes on
there. So just in a question, how is our membership structure? Sorry, Lee, did you want me to answer that, or you still got some more to talk about the?
No, happy. No, just I'm gonna look through that.
So we charge a membership fee, and we use that to subsidise social events, well, usually just drinks behind the bar if it's in the province. But so yeah, we charge £12 a year, and it's not a huge amount that we have a kitty to do much with. It's more just to get the buy-in of the brethren to come along to our social events as well, and it also covers any sort of stationery or any other costs that we have, although they're minimal, and that's a recurring membership fee. But that's something that we don't put a hard sell as such on keeping people to pay their membership each year. It's something that we'll send out a reminder, and if they feel that they've sort of outgrown what we're doing and are moving on with their Masonic career, well, that's their choice. But we do have I think it's probably, actually, yeah, it's not much of a tail off for our membership. I don't have the figures, but we do have quite a regular renewal rate of all of our membership.
Frank, what do you get as part of your membership? Is it just a buy into the club, or do you get a tie maybe, or something else?
It's actually we get a Dunckerleys pin. That's probably the huge, the biggest cost actually, although it's not that much. So yeah, it's a little yellow pin that we wear on our lapels, just indicates to other new Masons within the province or anyone else that we're Dunckerleys. And it's a great talking point as well, and it's been, I would say it's a good way of helping the newer members to recognise someone that's actually is a light blue, or maybe feeling the trepidation that they're feeling having just joined masonry. Along with the pin, they get invites to all of our social events. That we have a Facebook group, a mailing list. So all of these are opened up to the brethren as soon as they've paid their membership, and and a WhatsApp group as well. So they're quite busy groups.
Thank you, Frank.
There's a few more questions in there, Frank, if you want to take those.
Yeah. So yeah, for Adrian. So I think we see the membership as more of a subscription to be part of the social events that we run, and but yeah, it's generally felt that our events are open to non-light blues anyway, if they want to come as a guest to a Dunkerley. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange setup actually, because we don't actively say no, you can't come in, you're not a paid up member, but I think with that we do feel that the memberships generally only are actively subscribed in the first few years of a Mason's career, as it were.
Cool. I've just got one question. Just one question for me actually about the Commonwealth Wargrave initiative that you're part of. What does that actually entail with the training and stuff like that? What do you actually achieve with that?
So what they'll do is, when they've set it up, because the trial in the Southwest is half a day training. I mean, it ends up about 3 hours basically. Commonwealth Grave will come along, show you about the graves, give you the history on how to do it and how to clean it, how to go up to them and clean the sites down and everything else on there. And then that allows then people that have been trained to actually go out there and obviously go into the different cemeteries and look after them as they're, because there's been quite a bit in the past that people have been going out attending the war graves and actually damaging them a little bit more because of the cleaning, because people put bleach and everything else on there and doing with their names on there. They're trying to put the names in a black pen and all that to try and highlight it, but it's actually damaging it a little bit more. So it's on there. And I think for us, it was trying to put something back into the community, because we do a lot of within the province, wide in the community work, where they'll go around and clean up around churches, the local areas. So we're trying to link it with that side as well as it is. So I mean, what I'll do is I'll put the link onto the page anyways on there as it was, and people can have a look at it. It's quite a good thing to get into, I think, as it is, and it definitely gets the message out there, what we do in the community.
Yeah, it's a really good initiative, and doubtless there are obviously war graves in every province, so probably something that everyone can get involved with. Sounds really worthwhile. So thank you for that. I'm really fascinated to hear about how your kind of province has encouraged the Dunckerleys to go out as the officers to observe the provincial business and the escorting and stuff like that. Not heard of that before. It's really interesting. So
yeah, we found that prior to our involvement, that it was generally previous dark blues that were escorting those about to receive their honours, and it was an initiative from our current PGM to try and get the Dunkleys involved, just as a great way to get the newer Masons exposed to something that they probably wouldn't witness or be involved with for many years. And yeah, it's worked. It's a really good day.
Great, thank you. Both, thank you very much, Lee and Frank, for that information. It's great to have you on board with the socials, and it's fantastic to hear. Again, you know, each club that we hear from, there's always a slight different twist and different things that you're all doing. So it's great that we can hear those differences and hopefully take those away and maybe introduce those in our own provinces as well. So
I've just seen a comment from one of our light blues, Aubrey, talking about a demo that we performed. I wasn't actually part of the Dunkleys for this, but for those of you might be aware that the Bristol ceremony is slightly different to that of the rest of the country, and so we do have a demo team that work with the province and tour demonstrating the Bristol third. Well, actually, each part of the Bristol ceremony is slightly different, but that's a good point. Actually, if anyone is interested in visiting Bristol and seeing some of our ceremonies, even the Royal Arch exaltation is apparently we're the only province in the UK that have this certain part of the ceremony. It's definitely a reason to come and visit us. So if anyone's interested, please get in touch.